Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. And happy trash day. Man, this is a noisy place around here. Just just as soon as I hit the go live button, the trash guy pulled up, and of course that Jack got to barking. You can probably already hear. I know you can hear it because I saw that it was picking up in the mic. I'm running running some printing some stuff on that printer back there, and it is loud. It's way louder than the Ender 3s, and I apologize, but if it gets too bad, I can cut it off, or we'll just leave early or something. And then just as all the other stuff was going on, the trash guy, I swear a couple of helicopters flew over, and they sounded like they were, really low. So really noisy. Just moments ago, but it's relatively quiet now other than that thing. So y'all let me know. I guess y'all can hear it pretty good. I noticed when I went to do my sound check, just me sitting here being quiet, the little thing was moving because it was picking up that sound of that printer back there. So but anyway, we'll try to get through this. This will be a good test. So if it's too loud or too annoying, I'll know not to run it during the coffee sessions. But let's see who we got hanging out with us here. Let me scroll up here. We've got Lonnie's in the house. Good morning, Lonnie. Darren Birds. Good morning, Darren. Monroe Cook. Good morning. Leo Steger's here. Good morning, Leo. Appreciate the thumbs up. Larry says, good morning, everyone. Only here in spirit today, going to get blood drawn for semi-annual PSA check. Okay. All righty, Larry. Paul's here. Good morning, Paul. How you doing? Don is here. Good morning, Don. Happy hump day to you. Clyde's here. Good morning, Clyde. David's back with us. Cool 58 degrees this morning. Yeah, there's a little nip in the air. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Thomas Graham, good morning. Marcelo's here. Good morning. Appreciate the thumbs up. We got a few of them over there. Always have a few slackers. You know how it is. Gary Hammett, good morning. Wade's here this morning. Good morning. Mr. George is here. He says, good hump day. He also says, it is a background noise that I can tolerate. Not that bad for a new printer test. It is loud. It's really loud. And I know, I always say even the Ender 3s, that the noisy one, because one of them is really quiet and the other one doesn't have the silent driver. So it's really noisy, but it's nothing compared to this one. This one is just loud. And I'm wondering if it, I don't know, but I'm thinking to myself, why is that thing so loud? And I'm thinking maybe it's because the stepper motors and the lead screws and all are concealed. They're all inside that tubing. And I'm wondering if that just makes it like a echo chamber or something. I don't know, but it's pretty loud. It's pretty loud. Y'all, like I said, y'all let me know if it's overwhelming, and I can cut it off. I'm about that print, according to my slicer, said it was going to take 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's probably a little over halfway in right now, so it's still got a little ways to go. But the thing is printing awesome. I think I'm finally starting to figure out some things about it. And I think one of the biggest problems that I had, and I'll be probably mentioning this in the video. That thing is meant for speed. It's heavy. It's built really rigid. So it's made to run fast. But the problem is I have that thing sitting on that little fold up table. So when I try to run it fast, that whole table's just doing this. And it just won't work because it prints and you think it did okay. But then when you go to pull it off, you can tell that the layers aren't, there's no good layer adhesion. It's just, and I think that's the cause. I think if I'm probably going to take it back to the shop, my garage, and set it on something that's not going to move, a workbench, or maybe set it on my CNC or something. And resonates. That's the word I was looking for, Clyde. But I think if you can put it on something really solid, you could probably print a lot faster. So I've had a ton of fails trying to run it, and then I just kept slowing it down. Finally, when I get it slowed down, I get it to print beautiful. This thing looks every bit as good, if not better, than what I would get off my Ender 3 printers. And this one is one, in fact, that I tried to run on the Ender, and I had trouble because it kept wanting to pull up the edges because this thing is so big. I was getting out near the edge of the smaller build plate of the Ender 3 where the heat's not, not staying the same. So, but anyways, I'm really getting some nice prints off this thing now. So just have to run a few more things. That's why I'm running it during the coffee sessions, because I need to run as much stuff as I can to test it out, because I'm hoping to get the video to come out either Friday or Saturday. Want to get it. I really wanted to have it done last Saturday, but because I had those issues with what turned out to be the loose wire, that didn't happen. But anyway. All right. So what's anybody got to talk about this morning? I don't have much. Didn't watch a whole lot of the news. Just basically caught Joanne, to see what the weather is. And the weather's just going to be fantastic the next several days. So I'm super stoked about the weather. Spent some time yesterday working on some other things that looks like it's going to happen pretty soon. So I'll be so glad when all that works out, so I can spill the beans and let y'all in on what's going on. I'm anxious to say, but I'm just not going to say anything until it happens, because I've already learned my lesson. You don't talk about something until it happens, because then if it don't happen, you look pretty silly. So anyway, let's see. I missed some comments here. My favorite solar man is here. Morning people of coffee and caffeine. Yeah, that would be me. Sean's here, back on the Klondike YouTube channel. How you feeling this morning, Sean? Hope you're getting better. Ray Jones is here. Good morning, Ray. Lonnie says, a friend came over last night and asked me if I liked Red Hot's candy. He gave me a 65-pound box. Now I need to start making some candy dispensers. Yeah. Heck yeah. He works in a packing plant. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good 65 pound. That's a lot of dadgum. That's a lot of Red Hots, isn't it? Because if I remember, Red Hots, they're just those little looking things, aren't they? That's 65 pounds. That's a ton of them. That's a lot of A lot of candy dispensers. Because I'm thinking about how big Jack's dog food is, and I buy like the 50-pound bag, and that's huge. So 65 pounds of Red Hots. Holy cow. And the price was right on those. So, yeah. 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 Make you some cool dispensers. And when you do, Lonnie, send me a picture of them and let's see what you come up with. I'm anxious to see that. Let's see. I'm like I say, I really don't have nothing because I didn't watch any news. I'm trying to think what else I can talk about. Guess I'm gonna try to cut grass this afternoon. For anybody who's and I don't think there's that many folks in here. I think most of y'all are CNC 3D printer people or whatever. But I have added back to the inventory. I've had people just bugging the heck out of me for those little triangular wedges that I make that you use with a wedgie sled for turning on the lathe. You use them to make the segments, segmented rings, so you can make segmented bowls and stuff like that. And I had just stopped making those, just because everything, just like lumber, everything was going up. I make those out of HDPE, and it looks like I checked the other day, and it looks like the price has kind of come back down a little bit, at least to where, because I wasn't going to jack the price way up. I'm like, shoot, this, I wouldn't buy them for that, but a lot of people do. But anyway, I put those back on the website, and I got some orders for those. So now I'm going to go out there. I just got my delivery of HDPE yesterday, and that's one of those things that they don't take but just a minute to run. So when I get it, I just, whatever amount of material I order, I go out there and I just run it all up and then just put it on the shelf as inventory. So I've got to do that today. I'm going to try to get my grass cut today and try to keep this thing behind me here humming all day, which looks like I'm looking at my screen over here because you can't see because right behind me, but I've got my security camera setting straight on looking at that thing. So when I'm off somewhere else, I can take a quick peek and make sure it's running okay. But I'm looking at the screen over here and it looks like it's doing well. So hopefully that part will come out correct. And then I got to be going through my files here and find something good to run on it. But yeah, really excited about this 3D printer now that I'm, everything is always frustrating when you're trying to get all the kinks out of it and stuff. But now it's like, okay, I get it now. I see how it works. I've learned because, like I said, there wasn't a whole lot of instructions with it. It was kind of like you figure out stuff yourself. And then if I didn't know something, I would have to email them. And of course, they're in like Hong Kong or somewhere. So you got a 12-hour delay, so it's really the next day before they get it, and then they'll email you back. And it just takes a long time to communicate back and forth because of the time difference. But anyway, once I got some answers and I'm like, now I know how the stuff works, and it's really cool. I am really digging the auto bed leveling feature. It also I might have mentioned this, it also has a manual one. But when you do the manual one, it basically checks the four corners. And I wish I wish they had it where it checks some more, because I have scarred up the little plate, the little PEI sheet, I guess it is, or whatever. I've scarred it up because I did the manual bed leveling and then go to run something in the middle, and it's like it's scraping it up, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I'm like, well, that doesn't work that great. The only difference is when I've noticed when you're doing the manual bed leveling, if you've got the bed heated, you can run that. But when you go to run the auto bed leveling, it won't work unless the bed is cooled down, which I'm not really sure why they have it set up that way, but they do. But it does work really good because it checks 25 places, 5 rows of 5. And then when it gets all done, it goes back to the center, and then you use the buttons to bring it down and get it, using your paper where you want it. And then when you've got it that just right, you just hit save. And apparently it takes that setting, that dimension, and it knows all the other 25 that it's recorded. So it does the math or whatever. But man, it works great no matter what. Because I've been moving it around different places on the bed, printing after doing that automatic bed leveling, and it works really well. So, and it doesn't take that long to do. I mean, even the 25 things, you hit that and go get a cup of coffee or something, come back, and it's done. So, really liking that. And it's done with some kind of a sensor. It doesn't have something that actually touches the bed. It's using some kind of sensor. So, but yeah, liking that. Let's see here. Lonnie says, a little bigger than a BB. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's been a long, long time since I've had a Red Hot, but I was thinking they're like kind of like the size of one of my pills I have to take. All right, we've switched YouTube channels, but he says he still feels like crap. Okay. Well, I hope you get to feeling better. Kenneth is here. Good morning, Kenneth. Hope you're doing well this morning. Let's see. What else can I talk about? I really got nothing. Anybody got big plans today? Do anything in their shop? We know Lonnie's going to be building some candy dispensers. I'm just thinking too to build a candy dispenser, even if you build a small one, man, that thing will hold a lot of Red Hots. That will hold a ton of them. Not sure. I guess I am kind of sure. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for the Saturday night live stream, the Hobby CNC with Dave show. And I had invited another guest and was kind of waiting to hear from them, and heard from them last night, and they do want to come on the show. So yay, that's good. But they're not going to be able to come on this Saturday. So I think what I'm going to do this Saturday, I've been talking about it, I just haven't done it. But I've run, we've run some plain old boxes using that box creator thing. But if you recall, when you look at the Vectric thing, and in fact, I was always saying that it has that checked by default. There's a thing to make a dovetail box, not a box joint box, but a dovetail thing. And I'm like, I kept thinking, how in the heck does that work? Well, I think I'm going to try that out. And I've got, I think I've got a 2 foot by 4 foot piece of the birch plywood from Home Depot. It's not the Baltic burst, but it's the decent stuff. And I think I'm going to just see how that works because I've played around with it, not on the machine, but just run the little thing and see what it comes up with, and then looked at the tool path, and it does make dovetail joints. So I'm thinking, wow, that's really cool, but I'm just wondering how good can they be? But we're gonna find out. I think that's what I'm gonna try to do live on the show this Saturday. Okay, let's see here. Got some stuff rolling up here. Marcelo says, just waxing my new inlay boards, final step. Okay. Alrighty. Gary says, my son learned to take his medicine by using red hots. Yeah. Something else that just made me think of that. I can remember as a kid, and when I say kid, I'm talking, probably 10 years old, something like that, 10, 8, 10, something like that. And I can remember my mom, for some reason, she got big on everybody taking these vitamins. And they looked kind of like Red Hot. They were red, and they were about the size of a Red Hot. And I can't think of the name of them. If somebody says it, I'll probably know it. But I can remember being a kid and not being good at swallowing pills. So I would chew those things. And man, those things had the most god awful taste. They bring tears to your eyes. They were terrible. So yeah, that kind of made me learn how to swallow because I thought I don't want to bite into that thing because I wonder what the heck those things were called. I'll have to. They probably don't even make them anymore. But man, they were. Oh, it makes me cringe just to think about them. How nasty tasting they were. All right. Mr. Davis says he's going to make a trash can holder for his daughter using the big lumber today. Okay. Paul's starting a bookcase build. No CNC work, unfortunately. All right. Well, you gotta remember sometimes the CNC isn't the right tool for the job. Some people get a CNC and it's like every little thing they make, they try to figure out how to put it on the CNC, and it's not always the right tool. Dan says, gonna try and hang rafters on the bigger cabin to dry it in. Okay. That sounds like a fun time. Okay. David says, I'm going to send you the box maker program this week. Okay. I'm anxious to, take a test drive, kick the tires and all that stuff, especially after the improvements you've talked about the other day in that email. Wade says, I cut some acre wood the other day. Cuts better than MDF, but it's good for outdoors. Made from rice husk. Okay, I'm not even familiar with that. I'll have to look into there. Clyde says Buckley's yuck. I don't know what that's referring to. Lonnie says, I just looked at the box. It's 75 pounds. I'm not supposed to lift more than 10 pounds. We'll get you some help lifting it. That's, I tell you, That was the biggest pain in the butt for me is when I got out of the hospital, and that's the main thing they kept stressing. They said, you can't lift anything more than 10 pounds. And I'm like, everything I touch is heavier than 10 pounds. So, but I got out there and I figured out how to fudge around that and get stuff done. Because cough syrup. Okay, yeah, yeah, cough syrup always sucked too. That wasn't as bad as those. I want for some reason the word Coracetin is coming into my head. I don't. Let me Google that and see if that's an old timey vitamin. I just remember they were red, about the size of a red hot, and they were fine if you swallowed them. But man, if you tried to bite into them, I have no idea. Let's see. There's something pops up. No, that's some kind of flu medicine. So maybe that's not it. That's not it. Uh-oh. Quercetin vitamin. Maybe this is it. No, that looks like it's some kind of stuff for cold and flu or something. Yeah, relief of cough, sneezing, runny nose. Yeah, that's not the same thing, man. I'm must be mistaken. I don't know what the name of those vitamins were, but man, they were nasty. And even when you swallowed them, you didn't want to stick it on your tongue and let it sit there for a minute because you wanted to hurry up, swish that thing on down because that outer coating would start dissolving and it was terrible. Uh, Lonnie says, I just tried to pawn some of them to my nurse this morning. She chewed me out for eating candy. Yeah. Yeah. I watch them nurses. All right. Well, again, I apologize for, I guess this thing wasn't too terribly loud because nobody's really said, hey, shut that thing off or something. So it just seems really loud because it's behind me. And like I said, if I sit here and just be quiet and put on my little mic thing on the computer, it'll show that thing moving up. Uh, so I can tell this is picking it up. But anyway, I'll try. I promise I won't run it tomorrow. I'll try to wait and start it up after the coffee session so it's not so loud. I'll probably go back like a lot of times when I was running the other, uh, the little Ender threes. I would go back and I would watch some of the coffee sessions just to see if I can hear it watching the video, and then I can kind of tell what y'all were hearing. So, um, all right. Wade says that acre wood is made by modern mills in the southern USA. If they get 3 mills going, they'll only use 4% of the rice husk produced by the U.S. Okay. So it should be cheap then? Is that what you're saying? Because there shouldn't be a shortage of it? That's kind of what I'm reading into that. Okay, Gary says he can hear it, but it wasn't that bad. Okay, well I'm gonna go back and watch a little of this in a few minutes, and I'll be able to hear what y'all were hearing. So anyway, let me get out of here. Y'all have an awesome Wednesday. Man, I cannot believe we are already halfway through September. Can you believe it? I don't know where this year's gone. I really don't. Oh, I think I got a fail over there. I just now. Yeah, I should have ran it with supports. So it looks like I'm going to have to shut that one off and restart it and put some supports on it because I didn't have any supports. I'm trying. I know you can't see it, but I'm running a chess piece and I'm trying to run the knight, which is like the horse's head thing. And I can see the main flopping where it's not going. So I'm probably going to cut that off and start over with put some supports on it and see if that works. Anyway, y'all have a good Wednesday, and we will see y'all tomorrow for number 569. So everybody have a good one. See you.